Guys, welcome back to the channel. Nora here. If you're just joining or you're just seeing my channel for the first time, welcome. And yeah, nice to see you. And of course, to my subscribers, thank you for tuning in this particular day, on this day. Anyways, so there's sad news, guys. Now, one of the reasons why a lot of people choose to come to Finland to study, other than Finland being affordable and easy pathway to citizenship or permanent residency, or easy migration, in general, like coming from wherever you are to Finland is very easy compared to other countries. So aside from all these reasons I just mentioned, one other reason why a lot of people choose to come to Finland to study is because you don't need, especially for your bachelor's as well as your master's in some schools, especially University of Applied Sciences, you don't need IELTS, you don't need any English requirement, any English tests, language, whatever. You don't need any of that to come here to study. However, I was just going through my computer, I think yesterday, and I saw that English test is not a requirement, IELTS is not a requirement, and other bunch of English tests, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like it is not what we are used to. I have to go through the website, studying for websites over and over and over and over again. So like, to ask myself, I wanted to be like, I wanted it to be like it was not what I was seeing. I was in denial, because I know a lot of people want to come to Finland because you don't have to do any English tests like IELTS or any test at all. All you have to do is just do the test, the exam that they're going to organize, and once you pass, you get admitted. And if you have your other documents, coming here is very easy and straightforward. But now with this IELTS thingy, it's going to be like, I don't know, you guys. So I'm just going to show you guys my screen and show you what I am seeing like at the moment. And of course, I'm still going to leave the link in the description box, so do not forget to check it out so you can read everything for yourself. So as you guys know, like my previous video stated or mentioned, there's going to be like an joint application coming up in September. And for those of you who have not seen the video, please check it and see it. I don't know, I always miss places, so whatever, or you can check in the description box. I'm going to definitely leave it there. So it's going to the application is going to be on the 4th of September to the 14th of September. However, you need to meet some certain requirements. There are now new requirements, and you have to pass, you have to be eligible for you to apply. It's crazy. Anyways, I'm going to share my screen now so you guys can see the language thingy. Yeah, so I have my screen here, and of course I'm going to leave the link in the description box. But this is the bunch of requirements here, and unlike before where this language requirement here was not here at all, and this was not there as well. This was there, but it's kind of the identification document, it is not different. It didn't change, but there are more things, more I would get there shortly anyways. So for the language requirement, you guys check this out. So this is the language requirement. So to be selected by the international UAS exam, the applicants must prove their English language skills either by an internationally recognized language test or previous studies. Now, don't get excited when you hear previous studies. It does not apply to us. Anyways, let me know. I don't want to be too fast. Anyways, so please attach the required documents to your study info application on the 21st of September 2023 at 3 p.m. finish time at the latest. So in as much as the application is on the 4th to 14th, they still give you time to like upload necessary documents or attachments. So that is why it is on the 21st of September. So guys, this is the These are the the English requirement tests that you can um give to them. You can upload if you have any of these. So if you've like been trying to go to Canada or UK or anywhere, and you already have like an IELTS exam results that you've done, that is not yet expired, that's still valid, you can use it. So there's IELTS and all of this, PT, academic, blah, blah. And you guys, you know, for the requirement for IELTS is like 6.0. That's a total, should be your total score, and it should be for listening, reading, writing, and speaking, everything. You guys, you know how it is. So this is basically it. Wow. So these are the language tests that are like that are accepted. So yeah, so you can also check for the upper higher education. So they are saying that for here, higher education degree completed in English in an EU or EEA country. So I know we want to say that, okay, especially people from Nigeria or some African countries that like English is their first language, you might want to argue that, oh, I have done my secondary tertiary education and it was in English. But right here, they're already stating it that it has to be from an EU or EEA zone, that is Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Switzerland, United Kingdom, or the United States. So it's crazy. It is crazy. Anyways, or you can also have like an upper secondary degree completed in English in the same zones or same countries like mentioned earlier. So yeah, that it is what it is, you guys. So this is what it is right now, and I know the reason why they did this change. I'm not going to say it right here, but for people that are already here, you guys, I don't know if some of you have been watching my previous video, like when I recently started talking about coming to Finland here to study, and I mentioned what was happening to my English language, like how I spoke and how I communicated, that it was like kind of rough. It was because I was communicating with people that are not like, we're not on the same page when it comes to English language, you get. And I know this is not an English speaking country, so it's a norm, but I wasn't having the issue with Finnish citizens or Finnish like indigens here. It was foreigners, and maybe I'll make a video on that and tell you guys that whole story. And this is why this is like University of Applied Sciences have come up with this idea to like you have to pass an English test. We want to see this test, because you can't just come to our schools and say you understand English, you speak English, and you want to study in English and you don't understand English, you struggle to communicate in English. I think this is why they did this, and I totally understand. You guys, when you get here, if you're coming here, if you're going to come here, you're going to understand when you start studying and start doing things here. Anyway, so this is for the language requirements, and like everything is here. So you can go through the website. I'm going to definitely leave it in the description box, so definitely check it out. And again, I said only the tests listed above will be accepted, so no exemptions will be made. So don't come up and tell them that, oh, I studied in South Africa, or I did English is my first language, look at my degree. They're not going to accept that. If you're not from those countries that I already mentioned that is stated here, your certificate is not going to be accepted. So you're going to have to do one of these tests and submit to them. So there are no expiration dates. Okay, I said this earlier already. So far as your language test result is valid and it's not expired, you can use it. Okay. The applicant should make sure that the test results are not too old. If the applicant is unsure and the test results are more than 2 years old, it is advised to retake the test. You guys, make sure it is still valid. The test result is still valid and not expired. Yeah. Okay, so there's something here that said so if you want to, this is in case you want to retake the test. So when taking the test, the applicant should choose University of Applied Sciences that uses the international UAS exam as the recipient of the results. Okay, so they can receive your results once like you're done with the exam. That's nice. um okay, so this is other ways you can like, they're just explaining for you how to get to get the test, the language test, and guidelines to follow, so yeah, your test is not rejected. Mm-mm. So this also here, point 3 to 5, that is here. This is point 3 to 5, that's here. So if you're using any of this, the applicant has to submit a certificate on their previous degrees in the application from section from sorry the applicant has to submit a certificate on their previous degree in the application form section where previous studies are to be declared. Yeah, so you do that there. Okay, so apart from the language tests, that is not a requirement, there are like identification documents. You guys, before you can use your, like, I know people who use driver's license, we can use any other form of identification to apply. Now you have to use your international passport. Your international passport is the only identification means of identification or identification document that you are allowed to use. Guys, I'm stating it right here, so it is stated here as well, so make sure everybody's international passport has this logo. I just checked my international passport and I saw this, so everybody has to tell you that it has to be your international passport. If it's not your international passport, you're not going to be accepting it. Okay, and the passport or identification card has to be valid until 10th November 2023, so it shouldn't be expiring anytime soon. Okay, it shouldn't be expiring like in September or October. Did you understand? Yeah. Okay, so that is the news for today. So you guys go through this website to know all the details on the application, the exam. You can see here when the exam is. I don't know if I'm going to do a video on it, so maybe I will do that, but just go through the website and get familiar with it. I'm sure some of you already know this website, you're already used to it, you're like familiar with it from the previous application period. And I made like I made videos on these things and I uploaded on my YouTube channel. So if you've not checked it, or you're not familiar with this website, just, I'm going to leave the link in the description box so you can get familiar with it, because the application date is still like, it's not here yet, we're still in June. Yeah, so you can do that. Okay, and that is the news for today, guys. That is the news for today. It is crazy. It is crazy, crazy, crazy. And yeah, so any more information, anything I get, anything I hear, you guys will be the first to know. I just come here and tell you guys, and I just want to see you guys in Finland. Or if you've changed your mind on coming to Finland, I just want to see you guys achieve your dreams, like your travel dreams. For those of you who your education is kind of like paramount to you and you want to study abroad, I just want to see you guys achieve that. And for those of you who want to like travel abroad for work, I just want to see you guys accomplish all of this. And regardless of any country or the country you choose, I'm like, I wish you the best and I'm happy for you. But if you still want to come to Finland, my arms are open and feel free to ask me anything. I'll try my best to reply. Okay, and thank you guys for watching. See you on my next video. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe, okay?